for us, it's both first time. So it's my first time hiring an editor, and it's your first time working for, I mean, in a more serious way, I guess. So my name is Ting Ting. I have a small YouTube channel with 14K subscribers and mostly doing reaction. And this is my precious editor.
I'm Ash. I'm a uni student and I do editing for Ting Ting.
I actually never expected me to hire an editor so early because it seems to be like something very successful, big YouTubers do. I earned like about $1,000 last year. Like I told you, because I was like so burned out. I knew I needed someone to help me, but then I couldn't justify for spending. But then I kind of calculated, because I was on a creator Discord community, and then I saw someone posting a job for hiring editors, and that person posted $100 per video. Like, I seriously don't know the market rate. I was like, okay, so that's how much it would cost. And I literally just like copy that idea into my head and start calculating. I know I need 10 more videos. Oh no, I need 20 more videos actually. Okay, do I have $2,000 that I'm happy to spend on this? For me, it was a yes, because I'm curious. I'm like, yeah, $2,000 to go to YouTube Academy to learn something. Like, I was like, okay, I'll spend that money. I'll let you tell the story of how we found each other.
So we have a mutual friend, and she knew that I knew how to edit, and then she also knew that you were looking for an editor, and you posted it on your Instagram. So she messaged me and said, I think like this would be a good opportunity for you.
Right.
I think you should message Ting Ting. And
where did she message you?
On Discord.
On Discord?
Yeah.
Oh my god, everything is Discord. By the way, the creator Discord community I joined is the Colin and Samir Discord community. I don't know if you know Colin and Samir. They're like, they're basically creator for creators. Like, was it while you were playing games together?
I don't think so. I think it was just like randomly, and she just mentioned it to me.
I posted on a freelance website as well, but that didn't really give me many good results. And even I had responses from India and one from Korea. Like, I couldn't trust them. Like, it's like, okay, I built up this courage to post the job. It's like used half of my courage of my life. And then I didn't have enough courage to hire someone offshore, basically. It wasn't so straight away that you text me and I just said, yes, let's work together. I think you text me maybe a week after?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe a day or so.
Oh, really?
Because Instagram story disappears after a day. So I think I must have messaged somewhat quickly. I
got a couple responses from Instagram like straight away. That made me really question my rate for the job. I was like, did I overpay for this job? Why do I have so much interest? I actually decided to try this person who like reached out to me. We danced together anyways, and she had edited for another YouTuber, also just not like seriously, but like a friend base. So when you text me, remember I actually said, oh, actually I had someone.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a rejection.
Yeah.
It was like, I had someone, but I would like to like work with you, like do a little test project with you anyways. Thinking back, I thought that's such a lucky, smart move. At the time, I was actually so certain I'm gonna use the other editor because I know her personally. And then it turns out she was like too busy. In the job description, I also said I need like 48-hour turnaround time. So it turns out she couldn't work at that intensity. And then I was like, oh, so good. I actually had like more interest in this like offer. So expectation versus reality.
I thought it was pretty good because it's pretty like not simple, but it wasn't too specific because I'm not super familiar with Korean culture. I only like very like simple understanding of like K-pop and K-dramas and stuff. It was more like a reaction content, so I felt more comfortable editing it, because otherwise I think I would have felt too like I think if you did like some other type of videos about culture or something, I would feel like, oh, I don't understand this.
Well, that was one reason I thought I could hire someone easily, because I did not come from an editing background. I don't use like tricky like technique in my video. Well, my first expectation for editor was sort of like not realistic. I was so burned out, and so in my head the solution is I throw the raw footage to them, hands off, and I can just like chill for the rest of my life. I remember having kind of a crisis like after that, telling my husband, oh, this is totally different to what I thought. It's so basic now, because usually when you hire or when you expand your team, it's actually when you have time to train someone, to spend, to slow down your production, slow down, and then so you can bring them on board, and you can travel like 2 times the speed you were at, which is where we're at now, I reckon.
Yeah.
My expectation was wrong, and then I realized that I have to spend more time, effort, sort of like documenting, and then like, and thinking about what is my editing style? Like, how do I actually edit? Because like, you know, editing can be such a habit. You just kind of do it kind of without like, it's such a good experience for me to actually write down, oh, this is what I do. And amongst all the instructions that I have given, what do you reckon is like the most useful?
I think giving an example video is really good, so you can like get a sense for the style, and also like the pacing. Like you said, you wanted like a cut or a frame change every 5 to 10 seconds. It doesn't have to be that specific, but like it does help, because otherwise I think I would have assumed to do it a lot slower, which is obviously, if that's not what you want, then yeah, it's helpful to know exactly what you want.
Yeah, I think my instructions tend to be quite specific.
Cool, because I think if it's more broad, then you're not sure what to do, or you might do it wrong.
Challenges. Do you remember? It's been a while.
I was finishing a different job at first.
The World Cup.
Yeah.
World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's time management.
Yeah, I think so.
How was the 48-hour turnaround?
I think it depends on how long the raw footage is. Well, for me, I thought it would be a lot faster at first. I thought 48 hours was okay for me, because I thought the editing process would be a lot quicker. Because previously, for stuff I had edited, I think I knew what the footage I was working with was very well. So I knew exactly what to cut and what to keep in. But because for you, I wasn't like, I'm not part of the filming, or I didn't like witness it. It took me a lot more time to go through the footage and figure out what to keep in and what to delete.
I am aware of that. So for each video, I give a little like editing notes on like what sort of what I expect and what's the key moments.
Yeah.
Do you basically just rely on that?
I look at it for a rough understanding, and then when I go through the footage,
You go through every minute of the raw footage? Oh my god, really?
Pretty much, yeah, I do. Unless there's like a giant gap where there's like, I see there's like no speaking or anything, then I'll just like go through it really quickly. But yeah.
I'm actually so touched because then you wouldn't miss anything that I could have missed.
If the raw footage was like longer, I don't think 48-hour turnaround would work for me. But that's just because I'm also doing university, and not just normal university, but like graduating project. So that takes a lot of time. But I think if I was working full-time just on editing, then the 48 turnaround would be completely fine.
The biggest challenge in my head was I worried the editor wouldn't be able to match to the style. But you actually did that really well. Was it just that easy, or is it because you had some like tips?
I think I just found your editing style like easy to understand. Maybe that's just me personally, but I don't know. Like I understand your like comedy where you're trying to...
Yeah, exactly. Because the hard part is because everybody's sense of humor, pacing is different. So for me, the biggest sort of challenge I thought it will be is getting that pacing right.
Yeah.
Like what I would consider, like at this moment, this should happen. That moment, it's like, and then the contrast, like, oh yeah. So but you did that pretty well. We do usually 2 revisions around in 3 days time, and then we publish. So that all for me, it's like pretty smooth actually.
Yeah.
Other than just like anxiety about whether that person can get the style I want. At the very beginning, I remember it was, what tool should I use to store large amount of footage? It's like super practical stuff. Where do I upload my large footage? Like, and then how do we do the back and forth feedback? And again, I just posted on the Discord community, and then people posted a few options, and Frame.io, it's such a shame we're not sponsored by Frame.io. and then I basically decided to try this on. But this it's not the cheapest option out there. So it's $15 per month per user. So for two of us, I'm paying $30 per month. I know there's like free alternative ones out there, but it's probably not as mature as Frame.io. They've been doing this for at least 10 years from now.
Oh wow.
Overall, I think it's pretty useful. Do you like the tool?
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
You upload everything at the quality that you want, and then you also mark the timestamps for when you want to leave comments.
Exactly, because we do all the revisions in Frame.io as well. So basically, as you upload the draft, the good thing is you comment and you don't need to type the timestamp. It just does it automatically. If there is a cheaper alternative, I'll jump straight away to that. I'm happy to type the timestamps. From your perspective, what could have been better in the instructions? Or if you couldn't think of anything, like anything in the editing instruction you thought, okay, wow, that's like super helpful.
I think your instructions are pretty clear already. I think the only thing that I asked was what your thought process is for when you want to decide to delete or keep something.
Oh, yes.
Because I think that's very dependent on your audience and how you know your audience and what you want to show them. But I'm not super familiar with that.
Yeah, you did ask that. Yeah. Oh, another challenge we had was, well, it's just kind of an ongoing challenge as a reaction YouTuber, is copyright. Yeah, so I actually, because when you brought that up, like it almost reminded me, oh yeah, because for me it's just always on the back of my head. I stopped thinking about it, but I forgot I actually developed almost like a method for working around copyright. Because I remember when I first got copyright claimed, and like it's actually nothing. Like your channel wouldn't really get like shut down just like that. But then when it happened the first time, it was like pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I probably didn't. I should have probably explained that sort of better, but I think I might have scared you about that. So, like, copyright, did I just ruin her channel? Was that the impression?
A little bit. I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know. Yeah.
But it's fine, it's fine. What was it about? I forgot. I basically tried to counterclaim that, and then I got the strike. And the strike, okay, a strike is scary. Okay, yes, because you get 3 strikes, your channel could be taken down.
Yeah.
What was something that you thought would be hard before you started editing, but it turns out to be like okay?
I'm not sure. I think I thought it was gonna be really easy. I don't know why.
Come on, I'm like a film school graduate. It's just YouTube. What's the sentiment towards like YouTube editing?
I think people think it's cool. Like they.
Is it easier? Like it's supposed to be easier than film production editing?
A little bit, but I think it's different because with like film, you have a good take or you have a bad take, and like you know for sure whether you can use something or not. But for YouTube editing, you're sorting through it more, deciding what to keep and not what to keep. Whereas in film, it's already decided like this is bad, we can't use it. It's a bad shot. Do you know what I mean?
No, because I only edited ever for YouTube. Okay. Oh. Because I guess, but I think that might depend on what type of YouTube content as well. Because mine is unscripted.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, weirdly, there's like a bit of nervousness around because you're like a solo person.
Yeah.
You like film by yourself, you edit by yourself. Like even you make mistakes, right? You're the only person who shame yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And then when I got you on board, it suddenly felt very naked.
Really?
And I suddenly start to feel like conscious about, I'm like filming with my iPhone. But then it's fine. Like I know a lot of YouTubers, they film with their iPhone. And then I remember, because we film with other people as well, when I told them, okay, actually I'm getting an editor to help me, they were all very nervous. Like everybody felt really naked. So somebody else is looking at me and my most like kind of raw moment. Money could be like weird to talk about, but was because I pay $100 per video. Well, why were you interested in this? And how much is it because of the pay?
It was mostly because of experience and also familiarity. Like Korean content is similar to, like you said, like no, it's not similar to anime, but it's sort of like in the same sphere of something I can understand. So like if you had been doing like sport content or something, I wouldn't have like done it. I wouldn't have felt comfortable. But yeah, and I also thought the pay was good as well.
Pay wise, how does it compare to a normal like industry standard?
I have no idea. I'm not sure.
Oh my god, can you please tell me? I need to know.
I wish I knew, but I don't know.
Do not gatekeep.
I don't know. I wish I did.
Was the pay like higher than you expected or lower than you expected, or about the same as you expected?
I didn't have any expectations. I thought it was like fine the way it was. Yeah.
Actually, I'm curious. How many hours do you spend on like per video? Do you reckon?
I'm not sure for raw footage. Sometimes it just depends on like how long it is, or like sometimes I find it easier for some videos than other videos to decide what to keep and cut. So that one's a bit hard for me to guess. But I think after I finish it and I cut it down and I just do the effects, I think that takes at least 5 hours. Yeah. But I'm not sure if that's normal.
I was surprised because no, I probably spend 8 hours. I will spend a bit more, but I thought it's because I'm a noob. And is that with you? Like, for me, editing takes a lot. Like, it drains my head. I need like breaks in between.
Yeah.
It's like I spent 1 hour and then I look at. It's like, okay, 30 seconds. Or it's okay, 30 seconds into the actual thing. And then they will like hit me. I'll be like, okay, I need a break. Is that similar with you as well? Or it's just like 5 hours and you could just be like...
Yeah, I think with effects, I'm okay. Like just continuing. I think it did take me, I thought it would take me less time as well. And I think you think that like because I like do film at uni that like it's a lot quicker for me. Yeah. But I think you learn the same as what I learned, but you just learnt it like through doing it yourself. Do you know what I mean? So I think
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Like you probably think that like we have like way faster like techniques or something to do things, but I think it's like the same.
Was working as a YouTube editor ever in your future career options?
Yeah, I did. I have thought about it, but never. I didn't think about it seriously. Like I didn't think for sure, but I did think that's something I would consider applying to because, like again, it's something I feel comfortable with. Like I don't know how else you would start getting into editing. Like I'm not gonna just jump straight to editing for Marvel or something. You know what I mean? Like,
there's no mid-ground. It's just
I don't know.
Jobless.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I've always done editing, but it was more as a hobby. So I never thought about how you would get into it other than through YouTube. Yeah.
Just because in the industry there's so limited options, I guess.
Yeah. The only other jobs I heard about editing for was like for corporations, like advertisement or like stuff like that.
I would imagine there will be so many opportunities in advertising.
Maybe, but it's just not something that really interested me. Like, but I knew that I could edit for smaller YouTubers that do content that I find interesting. And that would, because even if I do editing for like a corporation, that's not really the industry I want to be working for or like want to work towards, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Is editor your dream job title or something else?
I don't mind it. I do find it enjoyable, but I think my like dream job is like to do with art, like not to do with
drawing.
not with film, but obviously like doing editing for this sort of content is enjoyable to me.
That's great because I know a lot of YouTubers don't want to edit. I really hope there's more editors. At the moment, it's like hunting the darkness sort of thing. Last point, If everyone's gonna forget everything about what we have said, what are the 3 lessons learned or like things we want to share? Oh my god, sorry, I cheated. I wrote down my answers already.
I think it's like stuff we've already talked about. I think like time management, because I did think it would take me a lot quicker for some reason. I don't know why.
It's actually more time consuming than you would expect.
Yeah, especially if you're not familiar with the content.
Would this be the biggest?
Yeah, I think so.
My 3 was, well, the first one is almost just encouraging people to hire editors. One of the best thing that happened, I would say, during the process is that I'm finally able to critique my videos and then see how I want to improve.
Yeah.
Because when I was the editor, I was so like in the video,
Yeah.
I would feel too sorry to critique myself because I worked so hard for this. The second was, I know I should be documenting like my processes, but I wouldn't do it. This forced me to document how I edit, what is it I want, like a very overarching. And the third one was, okay, cost. It's costing more than I thought because it's not just hiring an editor, it's also the tools that you use. And also because I thought I would just do this once off, but then now we're on our second series already, and now I'm kind of scared. I'm like, oh my god, it's become an addiction. So like ongoing cost-wise, I think that's something worth thinking about as well. If you're lucky enough to find a good editor, it's like I know I'm really lucky to just find the first one and actually it works pretty well. A lot of people, it's like finding hairdressers. They have to like try a few. Yeah, that's it. Last words. Yeah, anything. You can say I love your mom or like, or like sort of career-wise. What's your next step?
Next step.
What's the ideal YouTube sort of thing you want to edit for?
Probably gaming or anime content or something like that. Something creative, whether it's gameplay or story based. I don't really mind either way. Yeah.
Oh, that's a huge market on YouTube.
Yeah.
Any gaming YouTubers needing an editor? For me, check out my other channel. Yay! That was fun. That reminds me of my podcast time. Podcast was fun too. Yeah, it's really chill.
Did you just talk about like random stuff?
We talk about, can boys and girls be just friends?
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon can boys and girls be just friends?
I think sometimes, but I think a lot of the time it gets really messy. Like,
is that the Asian thing that like boys and girls can't be friends?
no, I think that's a Western thing as
Universal.
well. Yeah.
Oh.
My friends say that all the time because I have most of my friends in university.